Welcome to Wetaways Getaways, virtual property tours designed specifically for luxury wedding planners and their beloved engaged couples. We are thrilled that you've tuned in. You probably know about our platform, Wetaways, where we feature almost 300 international properties that cater to the wedding and celebration market worldwide. But today we are zooming into Mexico, the #1 worldwide destination for weddings and celebrations out of the US. And we are joined by the beautiful Patricia, who is the weddings and celebrations manager for the One and Only Mandarina. This is a magical property up on a hill, beautifully enveloped by the jungle. It is part of the One and Only global collection of magnificent, incredible properties. We are in love with this property. We couldn't believe when it opened. It is an absolute jewel. We have booked lots and lots of business there. And Patty, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Rest assured that it's one of the most unique properties that you will find within the entire Mexico per se. What we say about this property is the Mexico that you don't know. Why is it considered the Mexico that you don't know? I mean, the slide itself can tell you right away and can make you wonder, where is this place at? It's definitely where the jungle meets the Pacific Ocean. Every single accommodation is immersed into the jungle. Lots of beautiful wellness, lots of trees, 50 different type of trees. So the flora and the fauna here are absolutely to its fullest. You can come and enjoy that. You can come and completely disconnect from the destination that you're coming in. You even forget about your cell phones. And I tell you this with much experience. From this side to this side is what we call Mandarina development. If you're familiar with Mayaková development, it's the same very concept. And interesting enough, the same owners. Right over here is what we call flatlands, where we have 70 to 80% of our land activities. Added to that, we have a beautiful surfing beach, an Italian restaurant, an equestrian center, and the fun goes on and on and on. Right over here, the Rosewood property that's coming up with our own beautiful, and I can say this with much openness, with beautiful private swimmable beach. Because if you're not staying on property, there is no way an outsider can come into our beautiful swimmable beach. And then a beach clubhouse over here, which is absolutely fantastic. A little bit of history behind too, I love to introduce here. The land was owned by 50 different families. It took us over 10 years to acquire this gorgeous land. And the reason behind it was because they really wanted to make sure that the architecture blend into the flora over here and that it wasn't going to interrupt and harm the flora over here. Where is it exactly located? Of course, we fly into Puerto Vallarta. Then we take the new road, very amazing new road, and it takes us quickly under an hour to get to the property. This is just a map reminding you that we also have our beautiful Palmilla on the tip of Baja California over there. And then if you're ready to go into Mandarina, you can also do that. Here is an idea that I have. You have your wedding at Mandarina, and then you come to Palmilla for your honeymoon, or vice versa. You can't go wrong. You have two beautiful properties within Mexico that are beautiful and unique. The architecture at Mandarina, I want to say, is quite delicious. It's quite magical. It's something that you haven't seen in any property in Mexico. Yes, you've probably seen it in Costa Rica, in Bali, those exotic destinations that couples are constantly wanting to go and have to travel, 10, 13 hours. You no longer have to do that. We can give you that ambience in the entire Riviera Nayarit, western Riviera Nayarit. So these beautiful tree houses are 12 meters up from ground, absolutely sexy and secluded. 4 different views. The recommendation is always the ocean views or the panoramic view. But I have to say, the rainforest view is also quite romantic, and it gives you even more disconnection and privacy for you and your significant other. Beautiful outdoor bathtubs under the roof, but yet you are completely in open air and enjoying the entire beautiful flora that we have right there. Cliff villas is another category that we have, a little bit different. Tree houses, these are not sitting up 12 meters up from ground. These are on solid land. Absolutely perfect for couples, but also for mom, dad, and two little ones. I just want you to know that you have a beautiful variety of different categories to choose from when it comes to putting the room block together for that social celebration or that wedding. This is the property that has the most variety of 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms. We even have a 10-bedroom villa in there. Perfect accommodations for weddings, social milestone celebrations, beautiful architecture, everything blending into the land right there. And a lot of our signature villas and also grand villas and the entire inventory, different setups, different bedding types. It's either a 2-bedroom, a 3-bedroom, it's either a king to a king, or it's either a queen to a queen. If the families wants just the 1 unit to all be together, we have that option. So this is the beauty of One&Only Mandarina. Villa 1 is the most, it's like the cherry on top of the cake when it comes to the resort inventory. It's a beauty. For a small wedding, you can do it right over here. Beautiful terrace. These stairs over here, they take you to a beautiful suspended lounge area. And then the lower level of Villa 1, obviously, pictures speak for themselves, but board games, the pool table, and as you walk into here, oh my goodness, you have a full gym entirely just for you. Waterbed, sauna, everything. Beautiful equipment in there and everything. For a dinner, let's just say, you arrive a day earlier, the couple and the significant, members, the family members, we can definitely put together a nice, rehearsal dinner in Villa 1 while you are staying in Villa 1 as well. And the pool, definitely a pool party the following day. This is something that you can also do. Signature villas are private homes. But whenever you hear the word signature villas, that's what we're referring to. We just decided to give it a different name. Beautifully owned. These are definitely owned individually by, obviously different owners, but are part of the rental pool. We have 55 of these so far, about 11 that are absolutely ready to welcome any sort of, group business in here. Every single one has a complete different layout, the different decor. Rest assured that we take control, in which they also have to follow the One&Only standards when it comes to the decor, the colors, the architecture, and all that. Some of them have a closer view to the ocean, other ones a view to the equestrian center, different views, different layouts, but these are absolutely gorgeous. Perfect private venues for small celebrations. These are definitely located right in the heart of the entire land. So you do not leave the property, but you definitely leave the lobby. We get into a golf carts, and is literally, we have tested these so many times, literally 7 minutes away golf carts from the actual entrance of the property. So in the middle of the property, and also the land that I told you where we have the Italian restaurant, the equestrian center, and all that. So beautifully located, very conveniently located. As far as dining, I can spend hours and hours speaking about the dining at Mandarina, but it's very unique, and more than unique, quite reinvented. And when I say reinvented, I talk about Enrique Olvera, who is our chef. He definitely goes above and beyond. A quick example of that will be making chicharrones out of seaweed leaves.
Oh.
He also uses a lot of the resources that we have. We serve the freshest culinary experiences. Why? We have the Pacific Ocean right over here with our seafood. And then we work with local farms to get our meats, chicken, and all that. Definitely the most amazing culinary experience. You have a lot to choose from. And many of these, if not all of these, are definitely venues that are ideal for weddings. For instance, Carao Restaurant, the pool deck of Carao Restaurant it's definitely a venue that you can use. The Jetty Beach Club, absolutely 100% beachfront right there with your feet on the sand. Then we have Alma Restaurant, which is the Queen, definitely open for all 3 meals. and it has the most beautiful pool deck, which I will show you when we get to the actual venues. Then you have Allora, which is, you know, the Italian restaurant I was talking about on the flatland. Shockers, I love it so much because it's an Argentinian barbecue. Every weekend over polo season, we have a game going on. And as we have the game, you also have the barbecue going on the other side. So you can be sipping on a glass of champagne, enjoying a barbecue, and, you know, enjoying a match, a polo match. The treetop is a quintessentially area of the property because one, it's, I don't know how many meters up from ground. You get the most memorable sunsets from here and an exquisite array of different signature cocktails. So our clients are constantly coming to the treetop before they go into dinners. And then this picture just shows you a variety of different areas at the resort that are used for culinary experiences. Activities, this is a destination property from zip lining to archery, polo lessons, horseback riding, mountain bikes, ocean adventures. The hike to the Abuela is our signature land experience that we have, that once you come on property, you most experience it. Pool and beaches, every single beautiful accommodation has its own private pool. Added to that, Renee, we have 7 additional pools to enjoy. The most amazing one that I find my favorite is the Vitality Pool, right in the heart of the entire land. So this is where you come, relax, disconnect, you get lost, and then you rejuvenate. But definitely lots of different pools to choose from. And kids, of course, you know, sometimes weddings, you know, there's always kids that come alone, you know, to celebrate the wedding. But we do have lots of entertainment for them as well. We have these beautiful 42,000 square feet of land, hanging bridges, tree houses, a butterfly sanctuary, you name it. And then wellness, I call whole city over here. This is another 42,000 square feet of land. You go from the yoga pavilion to the treatment rooms to the Temescal that we're having right over here. We also have a grotto mud pool that you can come and rejuvenate your skin and everything, you name it. Absolutely beautiful. And now let's just go more deeper into what do we have as far as the spaces for those celebrations. What you're seeing here is just a variety of the few venues that we have. My favorite ones, especially if it's a small wedding, are the jetty right over here. This is a must. This is probably the biggest dinner that we have had. Just look at the picture. It's so incredible. Different setups, different backdrops. The Jetty Beach Club can accommodate up to 200 guests or 250 even. Absolutely gorgeous. Aboard the jetty, where we have to go a little bit less as far as, you know, having people aboard the jetty. But definitely, you know, adjacent to the jetty, we have the beach over here where you can have beautiful setups, open air, beautiful backdrops from the mountains, the blue of the water, and then just the nature itself. And then the jetty, it's right over here, which I just talked about. Ceremony capacity is up to 30 guests. And then, as I said, you know, cocktail capacity, standing and doing high top chairs over here, high top tables over here, is up to 100 guests. So you definitely have quite the different options. Alma Restaurant is not the crown jewel venue, but is the venue that is used quite often. Many different reasons why. Look at this beautiful setup over here. Some couples, what we do is we put a floor over here, and then right at the end is where the ceremony takes place. So when you're taking those pictures, what you see is Sierra Mountains with the blue water, and then the beautiful couple right in front of it. And then everyone views the wedding from, you know, all over here. This is what we call Alma pool deck, different capacities depending on what the layout it's going to be and what the couple is envisioning how the wedding setup is going to be. But reception, poolside and restaurant between 75 to 100 guests. And then we also have, we can do it for 25 to 30 guests, or inside the restaurant for 50 to 60 guests. Now, when it comes to doing it inside the restaurant, it becomes a little tricky because then, you know, the couple have to do a complete buyout. My recommendation is always to concentrate on the pool deck area. Another plus over here is that we have the treetop bar, which is the one I was mentioning that it was a quintessentially area of the property. This one is not included in the Alma pool deck, but you can definitely add it into the rental. And then Carao pool deck is a little bit smaller just because the actual Carao restaurant takes pretty much everything. And the restaurant mainly is, used for our guests that are staying, in-house, unless you do a complete buyout. But my recommendation, and I highly recommend, is to always do the pool deck, and that is for 50 or less guests. For after parties, we have the event pavilion. The architecture over here has high, beautiful ceilings. Everything is wood. So we can have a cocktail reception here, followed by the after party inside on this area over here. And right in the middle, it's already set up. So we don't have to do much with the vendors because it has a bar right in the middle. And then after you pass the doors of the bar, then you have the ballroom, for the party to start.
There's nothing like this property. Nothing like it. Nothing. I've been to over 85 properties in Mexico. There's nothing like this. It is for the lucky people that can book this and have their celebrations and their weddings here. I mean, my God, it's just spectacular.
And of course, we have Mandarina Development that has the most amazing private venues right over here. And that is Canalan Beach Club. Remember, you have the Italian restaurant. We have 2 amazing Infinity H pools. And then you have an amazing space right behind it. And this is what is showing over here, just a little bit of Canalan Beach Club. But you also have the Equestrian Center. So you can have your party all day long, all night long, curfew hours over here, and lots of space. And I think that is, definitely ideal for the bigger weddings.
How many rooms and suites did you say Mandarina has in total?
We have 104 keys, resort keys. And then added to that 55 private homes. About 11 of those are already ready in the rental pool. When we talk about buyouts, a buyout for Mandarina is doing the 104 keys of the property plus the private homes. And the service, as being as a one and only property, one and only standards, but added to the standard is the genuine service that Latin America provides.
There is no place in the world that offers service like Mexico. The heart of the Mexican people and the soul, they are so loving. I've never seen people that love children more because it's all about the life cycle and the family and the joy and the joy of life. And it's the most remarkable society in terms of going and having any kind of event, even if it's a vacation, but a honeymoon, a wedding especially. There's just no place like it. Patricia comes from the leisure side of the business, so she knows inside out the room product, the F&B product, and now in charge of weddings and celebrations, just adds to her repertoire of knowledge about the properties. And 10 years with the same company in this industry is it's a statement. Thank you so much for everything today, for the beautiful expose of Mandarina. It is truly something to behold. It's a privilege to work with you. We are here for you. Anybody that wants to send a message right through to the property, you can go right on to the feature on wetaways.com. You can reach out to weddings, plural, at wetaways.com. Pamela runs the sales team, as most of you know, and whatever we can do for you, we are here for you. Like and subscribe to our channel. And Miss Patricia, we will see you soon.